What is up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Heroes Reforged. The time has come. The first trailer for Thor Love and Thunder is here. But before we get into the reaction, very quickly want to let you know you can check out the uncut reactions for all the shows that we've been watching for the last year on our Patreon, patreon.com/heroesreforged. We are in the middle of Moon Knight. Very soon we'll be doing Obi-Wan Kenobi, Miss Marvel, and the rest of the Marvel slate. Check that out, shall we?
Yes.
That looks just like a straight up comic book for costume.
A teenage story, yeah.
Now they're but humble tools for peace.
Whoa.
I need to figure
Yes.
out.
Is this Sweet Child of Mine? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes! Oh my god!
Damn, Taika always knows how to do. Oh my god.
He's working out. He's working out.
Ropes with a trucker hat.
Live in the moment.
That's cool.
My superhero days are over.
Wow.
Damn. Oh god.
Yes.
Jonathan Zeus.
Yes.
Pro. Remember what I told you. You ever feel lost?
Oh,
Look in the
nice.
eyes of the people that
King
you love.
Valkyrie.
Yeah. Working out there.
Not me. What? Just listening.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. Yes. Daddy Porks, baby.
You see her arms? Holy shit, she taut as hell. Whoa.
Oh my god!
That was rad. Damn, that was like
rad.
that was the definition of a teaser trailer. That literally
That's
just
a
was just like,
teaser.
here's a flavor of what we're doing.
Do you guys think that the reason they've held off on Love and Thunder is because there is something that's gonna happen in like Doctor Strange, for example, that might set this up? Or maybe even Moon Knight and Khonshu and the Egyptian gods to Thor Love and Thunder, because the villain has something to do with gods and the pantheons of gods in the Marvel universe. So I think that there was some trailers in the past kind of had to wait until Spider-Man happened a little bit so that it could
Far From Home
carry
had to do
off
the
of
same thing because Tony Stark
Far
dies.
From Home. That's right.
Right.
So I don't know. What do you guys
So,
think?
Hector, I think your point is very valid. And yes, I do agree that there is stuff in here that might spoil the bigger picture. But at the same time, we know Marvel's not afraid of changing and not even telling us the truth about what's in their movie, just like changing,
True.
getting the 3 Spider-Men out of that shot, like all that stuff, right? So
Yeah.
they can do a little trick or two, and not let us know what's really happening. So I don't know. I think it's a mixture of both. I think maybe they're changing their advertising strategy. Maybe COVID has affected people and like they don't have enough people to put as much effort as they did into it before. Who knows? It could be a thousand different things. It's a little bit strange, but I'm just excited to see this next chapter. This Thor looks more rock and roll than any Thor we've ever seen before. I want this Thor painted on the side of my Outback in spray paint, lightning bolts, wizards, flying Pegasus, just all that stuff just on the side of my car. So yeah, man.
I get a sense that there is some stuff in here that doesn't look green screened. It looks like it's a combination of green screen and the volume, possibly.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I was just watching the Batman last night. They had like a 3-minute featurette on the LED volume stuff. And one of the things that Greg Fraser said was like, my hope is that by us using this technology on stuff like Mando and all these things is that it will encourage filmmakers to use this as part of their process more often. And I'm like, yeah, I think it's a really cool technology. But I don't, obviously we won't know 100% until, later on down the line. But I guess the point of that is to just kind of make a statement that the visual effects look really, really good.
Yes, they
look
do.
really
They do
solid.
look. I'm actually kind of shocked at how good they looked.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like a new little polish. The visual language of Marvel in the past has been kind of like the same throughout. It all kind of blends together. I do like that things are a lot more colorful. They've tended to be more colorful since Taika took over.
Yeah,
right.
oh my God, with Ragnarok,
he's not afraid of doing the neon. He's not afraid of doing the Kirby style. Like it visually it looks amazing.
I also want to shout out to the James Gunn Guardians movies. I think starting in
Oh, yeah,
2014, in 2014 really injected a lot of overall color. And I remember people were saying it always felt like that was the testing ground to be like, look, Marvel on Earth with Civil War, the Avengers, the Shield type world is very gray and it's very muted and it's very realistic or whatever for a lot of those characters. Guardians comes out and I think they had more freedom to be more colorful.
Yeah.
And when the feedback started to come out with fans going, everything does look too dull, everything does look too gray. Guardians 2 popped with even more color. And like you're saying, Augustine, Thor comes in with Taika, with Thor Ragnarok, and it really, it kept that going. This almost feels like this could be Guardians 2.5. Because the Guardians of the Galaxy are
as Guardians of the Galaxy.
As Guardians of the Galaxy, it feels as though Taika is picking up what James Gunn's putting down and being like, yeah, this is space. This is what we... this is where we can go with some of the space worlds in the Marvel universe. But this still has that Taika humor, baby. Like
the vibes are absolutely perfect. There's just a certain chemistry that he's an incredibly handsome man, but the fact that this guy can like come on and just with a look make you laugh is all you need to know about this guy. Just like that lean, right? That lean that he does next to Chris Pratt. So damn funny. I'm super jazzed about this. Natalie Portman looks incredible. She's got the wings.
Guys, the Mjolnir she's holding is like reconstituted. Like they put it back together. So it is the one from the prime timeline, the sacred timeline rather, because at the end of Endgame, that little Mjolnir they had, Captain America, presumably he took that back. He dropped it back off in time. So all that was left was Thor's big Stormbreaker, his larger hammer that he gets. So Natty Ports is rocking the original Mjolnir. It's back in play. I think we might see, if we're seeing the Olympian gods, I think we might see Hercules, who is a fan favorite Marvel character. And Hercules in so many ways is like Thor, but just with some different flavor to him, but he's such a fun character, funny character, epic character. Also, that big white snow creature that was killed, that is the work of Gorr the God Butcher. That is a dead god. And I think, it looks right out of a comic book. It really looks like a Saad Ribic art from Thor, the Jason Aaron run, or it also kind of looks like a John Romita Jr. character design because all these little lines and stuff. So that stuff is cool. I hope we see Hercules. I have no idea if we do see Hercules, who's going to play him, because that could be a character that an actor could play that character for 10 years. Spin off, absolutely. I'm talking.
I want Hercules to have the personality of Aquaman from Batman: Brave and the Bold.
Yes,
outrageous, like just absolutely, like just
constantly
just
telling stories.
But really kind of full of himself, but is really going to help you when you need it. Like that personality would be incredible for that Hercules.
I wonder how much of the movie the Guardians are actually in, because they're in most of this teaser trailer. So I'm wondering, like, are they only in the beginning of the portion of the movie, and that's kind of where the teaser trailer is pulling a lot of the footage from, or are they kind of sprinkled throughout the movie and they kind of pop in and out wherever the story kind of needs them to?
I bet they're going to be in the first 20 minutes, and I bet that the post-credit scene for Thor: Love and Thunder is going to be setting up for the next Guardian, wherever they go, to kind of let the audience know, hey, don't expect the Guardians to show up in Act 3. This is the Thor movie now. They're here in the beginning, but they're not going to come back at the end, to let the audience know, where did they go at the end? How come they're not back? They'll do something to be like, here's what they're dealing with. We see Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder. Those are the goats, Thor's goats.
And it's not like I needed more convincing to have Taika do more projects, but this makes me so excited for Taika's Star Wars. Like whatever that ends up being, I'm just like, just let Taika do everything at this point, because he's got it right. He's on fire right now.
I think Taika also is someone who is not like, you're looking at the shot of Thor when he's like working out, and like, you look at that shot, just the construction of that shot. It feels very much like a comic book drawing. Like it's very exaggerated lighting, and like you can tell it's a heavily composited shot. But that, like, that to me is the style that someone like Taika brings to it. They're not afraid to go like, we're basically just giving you a live action representation of a comic book panel. And I think at a certain point you have to be kind of open to just like embracing that and letting that style of artwork and that color palette translate to the screen. Because, like Hector was talking about, people talked about in the past, some of the Marvel movies got to a point where you're like, they all kind of look the same color-wise and all that sort of stuff. So I think now with Phase 4 is a perfect opportunity to let every project project kind of have its own distinct look. And I think previously in phase 3, like we had a combination of that sort of stuff. Captain America, the First Avenger, looked very different from Thor, looked different from Avengers, looked different from Iron Man. And then I think phase 2 and a lot of phase 3 is when it's sort of started to have a uniform look. I think maybe now, whether it's because of the audience has said it or the filmmakers have just come in and been like, you know, it'd be cool if we could differentiate our look a little bit from the other movies.
Also think about what Marvel kind of had to do back then. Nobody had done what they were doing.
Yeah.
They kind of had to set themselves and prove themselves by not being too kind of crazy and say, look, this is going to be the greatest series of movies you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And we're going to take it 10 years. So, you know, like maybe, visually we're not going to take that many risks. But look at what we're doing overall, right? Nobody's ever done this. And now that they've solidified themselves as like the masters of comic book movies, right? They got the freedom to do whatever they want. I don't care what they do at this point. Just show me, like, let directors be creative. Let people come in and have their own spin just like this. Let's let more storytellers tell their stories and have their own visual language rather than like trying to make everything kind of blend in with what happened in the past. I think after Infinity War and Endgame, they have the freedom to do that now.
Guys, let us know your thoughts about this first teaser trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder. Any other Easter eggs you might have found, we might have missed. Let us know in the comments below. Check out our Patreon, and we'll see you guys in the next reaction. Bye!